was talking to Brett before we started off tonight, and does my 5 minutes start yet? I'm going to need to put this down. But I said that I might be the oldest person ever to be on this stage. Hi. Hi. And as my fellow Duke alum, Joey, down here in the front row knows, my last year in law school, I took a year of coding, 1970-71, basic COBOL Fortran programming, and then I spent 34 years practicing law. And along the way, I met one of my co-founders of ActiveWords, and we decided that there was a problem that needed to be solved. And that problem, very simply, was how to make your computer understand you. And I heard the story about Bill Gates once upon a time saying, when are we going to have voice fixed? And Bill says, 5 years from now. And the guy said, well, that's what you said 5 years ago. And Bill said, well, we're still 5 years away. But what we realized is that voice is a very tiny part of the solution. And one of the other parts of the solution is simply typing, inking, clicking. And tonight I'm going to show you some very cool stuff. So I'm in the middle of WordPad. Everybody, Windows guys, know WordPad, right? And I'm going to type NYT right in the middle of WordPad. And the next thing I'm going to see is the New York Times, right? So application and context free, I've typed a letter, a word, an acronym, and I've triggered a website. So let's go back to Notepad, and let's see what we can do back in Notepad again. So I'm Buzz, and Buzz Bruggeman, and we are built on Microsoft, and we're AWS, ActiveWords, not Amazon Web Services. And since when I was practicing law, the Bill of Rights was really important, and there's the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. So the limiting factor now becomes your imagination, not what we can do. And since I've only got 5 minutes, I want to show you some other cool stuff, like this, okay? So when was the last time you might have had to date stamp something? You know, maybe not important, except I just did that. And when I say it works anywhere, there's not a lot of people here that use this, but it works there too. So application and context free, working anywhere, very, very powerful, very, very good idea. So what's new? What's new is we run in Windows 8. So what we've done is we built ActiveWords in a layer above the Windows 8 Metro Modern desktop. So you can see ActiveWords is kicking around here above all those Windows 8 things. So if I touched on any of those icons, they do what they were supposed to do. But let's say that I'm here and I want to go to Google, and I can type G, come on, O, and hopefully that's going to take me, no, that didn't work. And part of my reason for being here tonight is to ask. What I'm really looking for is somebody on the Windows team who's into touch, who's into pen stuff, because over here I've got this brand new shiny, really cool little Asus tablet that unfortunately I would have to take some time to log back onto. But everything I've shown you here runs here. And our ultimate goal is to have it run here, here, and here. Because your language is a very, very powerful part of who you are. And back in the day, I was giving a speech, and at the speech, a very nice lady came up to me and said, Mr. Bruggeman, I'm so impressed with how you've automated the basic communications metaphor. And I said, what's that? And she said, it's how we live our lives. We have impulses. We follow them with utterances or actions seeking predictable results. So when you're sitting using your computer and you say, you know what, I want to go to the Orlando Sentinel Online because I used to live in Orlando. I'm at the Orlando Sentinel Online. Everybody can do that on their computer, right? We can do it with ActiveWords. And what we also figured out is that by monetizing the basic notion of saving 10, 20, 30 seconds 100 times a day, it has a real economic impact on you, your businesses, your life, and everything. Because unless you're really happy about doing the same stupid stuff over and over and over again, I mean, if you're that kind of person that really wants to bang your head against the wall, you're not our customer. So the good news is we've got a great product, we've got a great team, we've got people all over the world using our stuff, but we need help with the touch piece. We need help with the Windows Mobile piece. Is that my 5 minutes? And And the interesting piece I kind of want to leave you guys with two thoughts. Thought number one is, totally orthogonal from my talk tonight. And that's the idea that my people, baby boomers, are the ones with all the money. They control 73% of the net worth in America. And I'm struck by how none of the young people in the audience are building products for my people. The second piece of the puzzle is, and to my esteemed friends at Microsoft, 93% of the computers that ship are Windows. It's 1.6 billion every day. 1.6 billion people every day. Anyway, that's it. Question, Q&A, or later?
Q&A.
Questions? Up there. Yes, ma'am. Well, the fundamental problem, let me address that. The fundamental problem with voice is if you look at the day, the holistic part of the day, the opportunity to use voice is very, very slight, 2 to 3%. You can't use voice in the classroom or in a meeting or an event or an airplane or places like that. You've got to have a good mic. You've got to have good acoustics. It's just a bitch. Next question. Next question. Sir. Right. Absolutely. The question is, aren't there contextual apps on the Mac? There are. If you knit together Quicksilver, Quick Keys, Launchy, what else? Alfred. You have to put 5 of them together to do what we do. And I didn't even show you the scripting language, which is a high-level programming language within our app that lets you script stuff. So again, we've thought of a lot of stuff. We haven't thought of it all, but I only had 5 minutes. More questions? Yes, sir. Again, 92, 7, and 1. Somebody who tells me that I should be building something for 7% of the market, we don't have the bandwidth to do it. There you go. I've sold another copy. No, I went to the guy who built Quicksilver, and he told me that our product was so dramatically better than what he'd done, but he's at Google now building the Chrome operating system. Yes, sir. I'm sorry? Yes, it is. We run right now in any Western character set. We run in Hebrew or Russian or not South Asian languages, and we just there's not enough of us. But we've had inbounds from the Orient. Sir. Why did I start this company? Because I met the inventor of the idea. I'd spent 34 years being a really successful lawyer. I'd done about $2 billion worth of transactions, tried about 240 cases, and I met this guy, and he said, why don't computers understand us? And that's what we built.
All right, for questions, it's not hard to find the oldest presenter ever for Seattle Tech Meetup.